again for another Dreamcast video for you. This time fan request or subscriber request or whatever you want to call it. Somebody asked me for some footage of Metropolis Street Racer on the Dreamcast, so I thought I'd do some footage of that. I'm actually going to cut it into two parts because it's quite long, so yeah, I'll upload those two shortly. It's just of the first few races and time trials and practices. It's a really good game. It's like it's like one of the best driving games on the Dreamcast. It was made by Bizarre Creations. They did Project Gotham Racing on the Xbox. This actually spawned that franchise. Loads and loads of franchise on the Dreamcast moved over to the Xbox. So yeah, this is one of the better Dreamcast racing games. Although, having played it again, the soundtrack is so unbelievably bad. The music is all just sort of cheap knockoff music. It's all rubbish kind of imitation music, and it's fairly bad, but never mind. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video, and I shall see you soon. Hey everyone, welcome to Ultra Pro's first part of my video for Metropolis Street Racer on the Dreamcast. It's a very good driving game. Graphically it's fairly impressive, but some of the audio is a bit pants. The music's a bit sort of elevator music type stuff, and it's just pretty dull. I never seem to be able to record video in 50 Hz anymore. I don't think I've ever been able to. I don't know why. I mean, when I do run the console through the software, it does actually display the 60 Hz, but when you hit the record button, it just doesn't let me. The picture just disappears. I never understood that, why you had to do the time. I think a lot of the hype around this game was sort of probably due at the time, but going back and playing it now, it's actually relatively dull, because, I mean, the first few events that you participate in, they're just like time trials or fastest laps and shit, and it's all really small tracks, and I mean the tracks look nice, but the cars don't really look that great. I'd have to say that Tokyo Highway Challenge Le Mans 24 Hour, some of those games the cars look much better. Even Sega GT looks about as good. I have had heavily edited this video before anyone starts to say what's going on with the editing. A lot of the time I spent playing this game, when I played it recently to record this, I spent time practicing the tracks before going ahead and making a wager. So there was a lot of footage of me just going round and round and round trying to get the fastest times. So I thought I'd spare you all that and just literally do the intro and then my fastest lap. I'm sure the game gets better the further you get into it, but as it starts out, the first sort of few bits are just really slow going, and some of the tracks actually really piss me off because they've got really sharp corners, but the handbraking isn't exactly great. It's not like a drift handbraking game, so you have to really slow down for some of the corners. You only get the choice of these two cars at the beginning, or three rather. Yeah, I forgot that you had to actually do a time trial to win the right to drive that car. So it was confusing me. Challenge. What's the point of that in a game like this, honestly? Windows, tint. So I went round and round and round about 12 times before I finally got a good time, and the video would have just been like ridiculously long. I just wanted to give an overview of each track to try and keep it fresh and not bore you all with the same track. But the music in this is so bad. So bad. It's just so cheesy. Which is such a shame because the Xbox versions, Project Gotham Racing, the music in those are pretty good. They're licensed music, if I recall. I could be wrong. But you had the option to change radio stations and stuff like that. And you had the option to turn the music off completely and play your own music from the Xbox hard drive. So yeah, that was an edit there where I cut how many times I went round the track. It does look good. It looks good for a Dreamcast driving game. It looks fairly good. I'm fairly rubbish though. I just find the handling to be a bit karty. I don't know. I think I prefer the Tokyo Highway Challenge where the cars are sort of... They're a bit harder to control, but the roads aren't quite so narrow and tight and the turns aren't quite so sudden and sharp. Who cares? Yeah, so there was a lot of hype around this game at the time. It was a different way of doing driving games. See, with all of these I went into practice because you're supposed to make a wager as to whether or not you're going to do better or worse than their projected time. But I can't actually remember what you get if you do beat their recommended time. I don't know. Or maybe I did it wrong. Maybe you're supposed to put it higher, and then if you beat the expectation, you get points. I don't know.
This week on the Roadhouse, we got a great competition for you to win hundreds of dollars every day by identifying 3 well-known tunes from their introductions. That's coming up right after the news.
God, I hate this music.
This is Faye Douglas now with a recent hit, Don't Wait Till Tomorrow Comes.
Who the fuck is Faye Douglas? Yeah, another cut. Because I practiced these for ages. Bad. Yeah, so for me this game gets kind of old fast because I don't know, there's just no real freedom to it, there's no... So I'm obviously going to comfortably do that. Oh no, not again.
All week this week on the Roadhouse, we got a great competition for you to win hundreds of dollars every day by identifying 3 well-known tunes from their introductions. That's coming up right after the news.
Right after the news! Do people in San Francisco really listen to this music? Oh, it makes me sick. If anyone can remind me if there is a way of changing the music in this MSR so that you can change stations. I thought there was. I thought there was a way you could change radio stations, but I don't remember how to do it. So if anyone knows how to do it, please, please, please tell me so that I can be spared this fucking torture. She'll be long gone. Did it in the first lap. We've still got to do 2 more. It's evil. Yeah, I played the first Project Gotham Racing on the Xbox, and I think I had the second, and then it moved to 360, and I definitely had Project Gotham Racing 3, but I just gave up completely because it just seemed to take forever and it just seemed to depress the hell out of me. And I don't think I ever bothered with 4, or if I did, I played it for 5 minutes. And then of course Forza Motorsport took over for the flagship, as the flagship Xbox driving game. Yay! Woohoo! Right, I've got some more of this coming up. I've got a part 2 coming soon. I don't intend to do any more, but if somebody wants to see some more, see how far I get in it, and if I get another car, and if I actually start to enjoy it or not,